Hi everyone. So this is just a brief direction video on how to do the 11 paragraph assessment. So one of the things that you want to make sure that you have done before you attempt to do this is when you watch the Class Connect recording where we're going to cover the RACES strategy, and you also look at the RACES strategy PowerPoint presentation that's in the classroom as well. It's going to help you to answer the question and do the writing in the correct manner, if that helps. So the thing about this, and it's going to be interesting because some of you may have done this before and some of you may not have done this. One thing that you need to understand is it's posted as kind of a quiz, but I have to manually grade it before you will actually get an official grade for it. So I don't think it's going to pop up as a 0. I think it'll just notify me that you have something submitted, and then I have to go in and manually read it and then comment on it for you, and then we kind of go from there. But just do know that it is definitely not like a Dropbox assignment, right? It's more of like a quiz. So, and I'm going to show you what it's going to look like and how it's going to work. So when we go in and we press on that, I may have to go in from a different, let's go in. Let me pause for 1 second. All right. So it technically isn't open yet, so I had to go in and do the teacher view of it. But anyway, this is what you're going to see. You're going to see Start Quiz, and you're going to see the prompt pop up. And basically, it's consider the behavior of Mrs. Price throughout the story as she interacts with Rachel and the rest of her class. Based on these interactions, identify one way in which you would characterize Mrs. Price and explain why you would characterize her that way. And then you're going to use that RACES strategy to write the paragraph, right? And we're going to go over the RACES strategy and exactly what that pertains and what it means. If for some reason you missed that Class Connect, watch the recording and be sure to look at that PowerPoint that I mentioned just a few minutes ago. So what's going to happen is you're going to type in here, right? And then you're just going to hit submit. What's really important to know is that RACES stands for something, right? So the R stands for something, the A stands for something, the C stands for something, the E stands for something, and the S stands for something. So what that means is the minimum that this paragraph will be is 5 sentences long. The maximum for right now that I would like for it to be, and I know many of you can write, the maximum is going to be 7. 5, if you're just doing one thing for the RACES, because there's 5 letters there, and each of those represents something, right? And then there's also going to be the option to have something for the C and the E 2 times. And again, you're going to have to watch the recording to know what that is and look at the PowerPoint, right, to make sure that you know. So once you're done typing, what you're going to do is you're going to hit Submit Quiz. I will tell you that you are only going to have one opportunity to submit unless I were to reset the quiz for you. So make sure before you submit this that you are actually going in and taking your time to write. So make sure you're doing the pre-writing and all of those things that we've talked about in class before, right? So once you hit submit, like I said, it's going to be submitted to me. I'll get a notification that there's something for me to look at. I think it will not put a 0 in for you. I'm almost positive it'll basically come up and it'll just say Ms. Six, the student submitted something, and then I will go in and manually have to put that grade in. So that's a question I know all of you are going to have. You're going to say, I submitted it and there's no grade. Well, I have to come in and grade all of these. So that's going to be kind of the caveat of it. So I will also cover this in Class Connect just so we don't have any questions and we're very clear on what's going on. But if you do have questions, send me an email, let me know, stay after in Class Connect, and I would be happy to answer those.